Ah. Hello, everyone. How are you today? Welcome to Interview with the Expert. I am your host, Beverly Francois, owner and friendly consultant of BSF Designs, LLC. Today, we have a special guest. Um, and this person is not just special in the fact that I am honoring this expert in his field, but this person means a lot to me. So I want you to welcome today Carlton Lefty Alston. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk a little bit about your business. We're going to talk about your background. We're going to focus on talk about some things that you're doing with an auto club called the Philly Underground. Am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Yes. And so I'm going to just share these videos before we go so that everyone can get a little bit of this in the group page and on my BSF design page and such.
Uh-huh.
So, how was your day today?
My day was busy, which is
Mm-hmm.
thankful for that. You can never be too busy, but
That's
it's very
correct.
productive.
Yes. Awesome. So let's begin. Tell me today about your humble beginnings. I know that you are a auto technician. Am I pronouncing it correctly? I want to be right. You're not a mechanic. You're an auto technician, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So I
I can,
want you to tell me a little bit about your humble beginnings before you even thought about becoming a technician or auto technician, even getting into the auto fields. Your humble beginnings before you even thought about, going to school or for any auto anything. What was your background? What did you do before?
background was pretty basic. My first job was a newspaper delivery boy,
Wow.
newspaper delivery boy. Uh, went to elementary school, middle school, high school, 2 years of
Hmm.
college.
Hmm.
Along the way, the automotive field kind of just haunted me my whole entire life. I see a car coming down the street. I'm looking, what kind of car was that? Who's working on that? Grew up in North Philadelphia,
Right.
born and raised. Sound like Will Smith. But I used to come out the house as a little boy and see some of the old heads working on their cars right on the block. They had their feet hanging out, like if a car drove by, the car would run over their feet. But they was under there fixing their cars, and I always was interested in what they were doing. So that's how I got the interest. Then in school, they kind of introduce you to different aspects of the automotive field, and I kind of jumped on every aspect of it there was, from rebuilding a lawnmower motor to like those things that cut the grass, seeing how those engines work and stuff like that. And it got me where I am today. It's a long journey. Mhm.
I heard or I know about a little bit about the fact that you have some military background. Could you tell
Yes,
us a little bit about that? If I'm just correct me if I'm wrong, some Marine background.
hoorah, absolutely. And
Simplify.
yes,
Yes.
do or die. That's us. That's our whole structure. But
Yes.
that military experience is what really got my foot in the door to fixing automobiles, because I
Right.
worked on the diesel trucks in the military. When I signed up to join the Marine Corps, I actually told them what field I wanted to go into, and it was mechanics, fixing trucks. And I did 4 years in the military. I didn't get a whole lot of rank, but When they needed some help on them trucks, they called on Mr. Carlton, Lance Corporal Carlton Austin. That's my rank. And
Wow.
I love fixing automobiles and trucks, and that's what set the pace for me. And I never looked back from there. Never looked back from there.
Wow. Wow. What was I know in the auto industry there's having owning your own shop and going through the process from the humble beginnings to now. There was a lot that you have experienced. um I would like if you can tell me what was your biggest failure in building auto your auto shop, Alston Automotive, and what did you learn from that whole experience that you
Well,
can give to others who may be interested in getting to the echelon that you are presently?
okay, yes, there's definitely some ups and some downs, but the most important part of it all is to keep pushing, because when you're on top, the enemy is going to attack you in so many different ways because they want
Mm,
you to fail. I started
mhm,
out working for a major corporation after I got out the Marine Corps, which was doing tires and brakes and stuff like that. The last company I was with, I did 18 years. I had planned on retiring from there, and all of my customers kept saying, "Get your own, get your own, get your own." And I finally branched out and got my own. I didn't really have the finances to do it, so I brought partners aboard, some people who financed me and stuff like that. So God kind of opened the door for me so I can get in there and do what I do. One thing about starting your own business, no matter what it is, know your profession. You have to know everything there is to know about what you're trying to do. Don't let anyone else try to come in and tell you how to do it. You should already know. That's the only way you're going to prosper in what you're doing. And that's what I did. I knew how to work on these automobiles. And I had this is my third shop. My third shop because the after I left the major franchise, I got my own business finally. I had a shop. I was happy. I'm gun ho. I'm never leaving here. This is my shop. 1 year later, the hammer hit the nail, and the partner who helped me finance it tried to just not do what was right. I won't mention any names. I won't bad talk him, because without that stepping stone and that failure at that shop, I won't be able to be where I am now. So I moved to a bigger
learning
shop.
experience.
Yes. I moved to
That's
a bigger shop from
that's
that
yeah.
shop. I'm sorry?
Yeah, and I think we all have some of those learning experiences. I call it learning curves instead of a bad experience, because even in those bad experiences, you can always learn from it and
Absolutely.
become better because of it. Make better choices the next time.
Absolutely.
So, what is the biggest pet peeve that everyone has about the auto industry? We all know what goes on, but what's the biggest pet peeve that you think people will come at you and say, and you're like, no, that is not so. Tell me a little about that.
The biggest pet peeve is getting what you pay for. A lot of people in the industry say they're going to do something and don't do it. When a customer comes through my door, and we all know it, the first thing you think about is he going to give me what he said he was going to do, and it's not going to cost me a whole lot of money. If it does cost me a whole lot of money, is it worth it? So that's the biggest pet peeve I get from customers coming from other shops is, are you going to get what you pay for? So I cater to my customers and I tell them everything I'm about to do before I do it. And I try to be reasonable with my pricing. So I check in the industry to see that I'm lower than most of the competition.
I like that, and I think it's important that we understand um, the background behind this whole logistics in having a shop. and being a technician, an auto technician. Um, so now I'm going to ask you to give us a little bit more information about your shop, Austin Automotive. Break down
Awesome.
some things, anything you want to tell us. Tell us even about the staff that is in your shop and how many years that you've been out here under, just being this great technician that you are.
Well, I I started out in August of 2014.
Oh, wow.
2014. So this is like my 8th year right now. I'm very, very happy about that. I would not be able to do it with the people around me, from my customers, first of all, or actually, first of all, the good Lord up above, because without Him giving me the strength to continue to push on, I can't do any of this. So He sends me customers, He sends me technicians, He sends me good equipment, good products at a good price. There's so many different aspects of the automotive industry that you have to have in place to be successful. My personal success is customer satisfaction. I like my customer to smile when they get there and to smile when they leave. I start them off by giving them a smile every morning. Every morning I'm waking up and I'm coming to the shop and they come through my door. I'm like, good morning with a smile. They say, are you ever unhappy? No. I'm happy to be here and I'm happy that you're here. Not just for your money, just as a person who can get a service that I can help you with. So being in the industry is it's not easy. Don't think it's a walk in the park. You have to know your craft, which I said earlier. You got to know your products, and you got to understand and listen to your customers. And that's what I base mine on. I listen to my customers. I try to get them back in the door, and I want them to leave with a smile on their face and their automobile repaired.
Nice, nice, nice. I know a lot of people, most of my friends, um, come to your shop and we love the service. I've I have never complained in the past and in right now. So I know that you do carry personally. I know that you do carry the shop in a specific way with the value, integrity, and I know how you are when it comes to cleanliness in your store. So, anyone who is interested in finding a great mechanic with experience and a great background, this is that person. But I want to move on now to talk a little bit about your underground, the auto club that you have. And I want you to elaborate on this. I know I'm going to share some videos while you're talking about it, but I really want to know the story. I mean, we all know that you love the auto industry and you started from the humble beginnings, but how did the Philly underground start? What was your whole reasoning behind it? Talk to me about that.
Okay. Well, the underground is a name that came from my second shop because it was like under a bridge. And the underground event network came from me wanting to give back to the automotive industry, the show car circuit, because I have a couple of show cars and I have a trike. You can see my trike behind me here that we use to go to car shows and stuff like that. And I want to have an event monthly to give back to the community no matter where I am. And the underground was an event that I had once a month so I can give back food and networking. I invite bikers, truckers, car show enthusiasts, and regular automobile enthusiasts who just had questions for that day. And it's free of charge. Anybody can come. We have a good time, no drama, and it's called networking. I have had people meet different industries when they came, from tow truck companies to other entrepreneurs to other car enthusiasts who wants to do car shows and stuff like that. Because we build them right here in the shop, car shows and regular cars. But the name Underground came from because we were under that bridge. But when I moved up here to 6345 North Broad Street, I wanted to keep that underground name because it sounded so interesting. People always ask, what is the underground? It's just an underground event that we have to give back to the community. I have DJs come by, I have food vendors come by, I have networking going on, I give out free oil changes sometimes. It's always something going on at the underground. And now we're actually trying to get it on TV. So we have filmers coming to the event, and they do different showcases of the event that evening, and hopefully it'll come out on TV. But we love fixing cars and showing cars. The underground is geared towards low riding. Low riding is the hopping cars or the hydraulic cars you see dancing. It is very interesting and very unique to get a car to do that. That's what kept my interest with it. And a lot of people say, well, it started on the West Coast. Well, now it's on the East Coast, y'all. And I am head of it. I am fixing them. I'm building them. I'm loving it. I got a couple of them in store, and you can always see one at the Underground every first Saturday of the month.
Yes.
5 p.m.
So,
until.
wow. Now, can kids come to this event? Young ones? Is it just for adults? Talk to me. Is it
No,
for just,
no, it's not. It's for the whole. It's family friendly.
it's family
Family friendly.
oriented,
I
right?
have a
Right.
lot of clients who bring their kids by because, believe it or not, them kids love to see those cars move.
They do.
It's,
They
oh my
do.
God, mom, dad, look at this. And all you gotta do
Yes.
is hit the switch and you see those cars moving, and we love to see a smile on their face. I don't set it
Yes.
up to where kids are going to be in any kind of trouble. And like she said earlier, I like the shop to stay clean every day. So we have a very clean environment. We have very clean cars, very polite and friendly people. I always surround myself with good people. And you would have to come by to really understand it. But the underground is this Saturday, July the 2nd, from 5 p.m. until. Stop in, ask for Mr. Austin, or ask for Lefty, or just hang out and enjoy yourself. Because I'm going to find you if you come, because I try to greet everybody that comes in, offering them something to eat, something to drink, some music playing, and any type of networking. If you have a business, I would like to hear about your business because we network with each other.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's try to, so everyone, you hear this, the underground. What's the address for this hangout this Saturday?
This Saturday is right at the shop here, 6345 North Broad Street, 19141. 6345 North Broad Street, 19141. If you have any questions and you want to hear back from me about what's going on or any questions about the type of networking that we're doing, call me at a 267-551-0416. I gladly answer any of your questions. It'd be good to see you. This is the 4th of July weekend. Let's kick it off with a bang, y'all. I think we're going to have a
Mhm.
lot of fun.
Yes, yes. Now that we got a little glimpse of a little information about the underground, what are some, we're going to straight to the community now, because I know apart from you having your shop and the underground, what are some community what do you give back? What are some things that and in ways in which you give back to the community? And also, what are some ways that you're planning or some plans on giving back as far as for the underground? Um, as much as everyone supports and they're hearing about the underground, you also want to. I would also like to know about some things that you individually are planning to do for your future for the underground.
Well, the future is to continue to push forward. The more networking that we do together, the bigger our events can be. I had, yeah, I kind of sponsored different events like BSF Design had a, what you call that? The
My expo.
the
Yes.
expo, and
Yes.
Austin
My
Automotive
first.
supports that 100%. That's
Yes.
one way I give back. I don't just make money in the industry to keep it or to put it in the bank. If I can support your organization, I will. Everyone who knows me knows that I will.
Awesome.
Sometimes I forget a bill I got to pay because I want to make sure somebody else is okay. But God always makes a way for me to survive. And with the support of my family, my daughters, BSF Designs, I get it done. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop. He keeps me in good
Well,
health, and I'm going to keep pushing.
well,
We
you know
do.
for a fact that
Hmm?
BSF Design has your back, and we've always supported you and will continue to support the Philly Underground. I am going to shift now as we're going to take a little break and check out some of the comments and do some shout outs. So if you may have someone in mind that you want to shout out to, a business that you want to shout out that has been supporting you or yourself, this is the time. A person, anybody. This is the shout out time. So
Well,
let's do some
I,
shout outs.
I got a whole list.
Hey, let's
Has
do this.
so, I have had so much support through the years, and I might even miss some people, but y'all blame it on my mind, not my heart. I'm having a birthday this year, so yeah, I'm getting older. But anyone who's successful cannot be successful by themselves. It's just impossible. You have to network. You have to have people around you, and word of mouth is more important than a commercial. Word of
Yeah.
mouth is great. Right next to me, there's a restaurant called Savory Mills. Right next door to me, I'm at
Mhm,
6345. They're right next door. They
mhm.
support my events. They do catering, and when I have my events, if I need some good food, she got my back. Savory Mills, Roscoe Ribs. Roscoe Ribs might even be here this weekend, and trust me, they got the real grill out there. I can't cook, but they know how to cook, and that's Roscoe Grills. I got Black Pearl Barbecue. They support my
Okay.
events through the years. Black Pearl Barbecue. They know who they are, and they out there. Hopefully, they're
Yeah.
watching and listening. And that's a lot of different things. But in the industry, you got car enthusiasts like other shops that I network with, like Monty and Sons. They've been an inspiration to me since I started. The Mon, I send them customers, they send me customers. Nobody's greedy. It's enough money out here for everybody. But when you network, everybody is successful. So I want to give a shout out to Monty and Sons. I want to give a shout out to Clark's Tires off of Winclote. He got good deals on tires. All About You Auto Body. I got Anthony Detailing. My best detail in the city, Will's Auto Detailing. My man Will, we worked together for years. That boy makes a love to them cars. He knows how to detail those cars. I got other automotive industries like 413 Auto, Keep You Rolling Towing Service, East Coast Collision Center, and I even support a mobile dog grooming young lady. This is a mobile dog grooming, Stylist Pooch. I support them all. I'm sorry. But most of all, I thank the good Lord up above who has helped me to where I am today. When I first
Mhm.
started my business, and I hate to be long winded, but I got so many people to thank.
No, this is where
Uh,
it's for. You're actually good.
yeah, when I first started, I was a little short on my down payment. My mom, Miss Jean Austin, gave me money
Yes.
to get through what I needed to do. My uncle, Melvin Austin, also
Hi,
gave me
Uncle
money to get
Melvin.
through what I had to go through. I had to thank them. I thank all my brothers, Ryan Austin, Michael Austin, Archie Austin Jr.,
Mhm.
BSF Designs again. But each shop I went to, I had a pastor come by and pray for that building before I opened up. Before
Okay.
I worked on my first break job, I always had a pastor come by to bless each building I was in, and he never said no to me. His name is Pastor
Right.
Trevor Welsh. Pastor Trevor Welsh. I love you, man. Pastor
Yeah.
Austin, that was my pastor at my family church. Pastor Austin has always prayed for me and wished me success. Bishop Lambert, that's my pastor now. Giving y'all the shout out.
Yay,
Central
Pastor
Deliverance Church.
Lambert.
Yes, Bishop Lambert talks to me every Sunday, and I always use something that he says to help me with my business and the way I live my life. So,
Amen.
Auto Club, other auto clubs in the city, the Cadillac Club, Universal Motorsports Association, Drastic Auto Club out of New York. That's the club I belong to. It's a
That's
lowrider
right.
club.
That's
The
right.
support of those fellas is unbelievable. I have a
Yeah.
lot of support. If y'all think Austin Automotive means just Carlton Austin, no. I can't do nothing by myself. I support everybody. If you need some support, come talk to me. If you really want to do something, I'll help you. Don't come to me with no mess. Don't come to me with no
Yes.
mess.
Yes.
GQ Riders. They had different car shows around the industry. Every car show I go to with them, I always meet somebody or meet a new customer or able to help somebody. We have toy drives. We're going to have a coat drive to get back to the community. We even had events for kids where we had little go-karts that we
Yeah.
go to see in Washington Lane.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
had an event where all the kids can come. We have like 30 little go-karts out there, and the kids can ride the go-karts. We really
Nice.
try to give back to every
Yeah.
age. And it's been a great journey. It's been a great journey. I have right now what's called a mentor program that I host where I get the kids or the young men from school who are trying to be mechanics and they come work with me and I train them on all the knowledge they don't know. I find out what
Where
they
can
know.
where can
And I,
where can where can someone contact you for that mentor ship? How can
they
they
could just,
contact you? Can they go to your email and just contact
yeah,
you?
I would prefer email instead of calling on the phone because I can respond to the email sometime throughout the day. Where during the day I'm doing a lot of business and I can't really get into deep detail on how it's done.
Yes.
I have had different uh, organizations call me for that mentor program, and I've been on board. Austin Automotive at yahoo.com.
Okay.
Austin Automotive at yahoo.com. And you got
Yeah.
a young man who's looking to get into the automotive industry, I truly suggest the school first, but the hands-on training is really the way to go. But without the
Right.
school training, you want them to get that knowledge in their head of how it's done. Then you want to put it to work. Someone who just
Mhm.
wants to do it without even going to school, it's a lot tougher to train them, and it's really not the best route. Go through a
Right.
school training program, send them to me or anybody in the industry who's willing to help, because everybody's really not willing to help. It's a
Yes.
shame. It's a shame, but I'm willing to help. I have a 18-year-old that's working with me now, and I have a 21-year-old who's working with me now. They're doing a great job, and it warms my heart to help them. I'm really,
Right.
really having a great time. It's harder to
So
train an older gentleman than it is a younger gentleman, because the older
right.
ones, I don't think they know everything.
They know everything, but the younger ones
Yeah.
you can still bend a
It's
little
gonna
bit,
argue and fight with.
Yeah, yeah. So what is pieces of a dream?
Pieces of a Dream is my
Mm.
automobile showpiece, my second love. It used to be my first love. It's my second love now. And
Yeah.
that's it right there. It's a 1979 Chevy Monte Carlo. I had this car over 35 years. Uh, it's on its third transformation as you see it now. It has showed in numerous car shows. You can see the trophies behind me. Those are some of the Best of Show Awards, Best Interior Awards, Best Paint Awards. It has showed from the East Coast to the West Coast, and it has won almost every show it has gone to. It's my personal accomplishment. Some people say,
Mm,
well, why did you do it this style? It's what I wanted to do, and it humbles me. A lot
right.
of people say it couldn't be done to that particular car in that particular style. I said it could be done, and you have to see it in person to really realize the detail that's in it. But Pieces of a Dream is exactly why I named it that, because it's pieces of a dream.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
I am trying to support myself with t-shirt sales for the underground. I don't know if you can see that. That's my official logo for the
That's
underground.
right.
So if you do
Mm-hmm.
come, talk to me about purchasing one of my t-shirts. It's a small favor to ask for the stuff that I give back for you people. This is my official logo, and it
That's
was
right.
designed by BSF Designs. I also have other t-shirts for any lowrider enthusiast that I'm selling for a small price, just to spread the word, make awareness to this style of car building, and I really, really, really appreciate your support. Without your
Yes,
support,
yes.
I'm still going to have my events, but with your support, we can do so much more. We can do so much more.
Okay. So I have, three kind of tricky questions to ask you as
Mhm.
we move on. I always do this. It's challenging questions. It really makes you think. So if you can go back and give your 18-year-old self um a piece of advice based on now, what would that be?
Oh my God.
Ah.
Listen to your parents. I thought I was grown at
Wow.
17. I thought I was grown at 17. I'm ready to hit the road. I'm a man. I want to get out here and do my own thing. My dad used to always tell me, just wait, son. Try this, try that. Hold up. Wait a minute. My mom says, just don't do that. Just don't do this. So I went out on my own. I got in the Marine Corps, and I didn't come back home for like 20 years. And it was a journey. But as
Yeah.
I traveled and did what I did, in the back of my mind, I heard my mother, I heard my father. So if I had to go back, listen to your parents. They know what they're
Wow.
talking about. They can make you a better person. They can make you a better person.
Right.
And I'm still listening
It-
to mine today because my mom is still here, and I'm thanking God for that.
Praise
My father,
God. That's
yeah,
such a
my father has
blessing.
passed on, but he has instilled in me some good knowledge, and I'm thankful for him
Right.
also.
Right. Um, Tell me about three influencers or even mentors, people in your life and how they impacted you.
Back to my mother, because
Okay.
she is such a strong soldier. My
Mm-hmm.
mom has been sick. She recovered. She has
Beautiful Black
cried.
queen.
She has prayed. And I've
Yeah.
seen her every step of the way. She raised four boys, no girls, four boys.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is my strongest mentor, my strongest support. I
Right.
can go on with so many names. My father, Pastor Austin.
You just need three.
Because I,
Just three. The
it's a
three,
lot
the
of
three
people.
top of the list
Yeah,
and why
my
they
mom,
did that.
my mom, because of her willingness to continue, the
Mm-hmm.
good Lord up above for all the strength that He gives me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a close race for number three. It's a close race for my all my uncles, all my aunts, my brothers. Yeah, I can't pick three. It's just too many. So bear with me on that one.
No, that's fine. So there wasn't like a major mentor in your life, even while you were doing your, becoming that owner of auto industry. Apart from mom, was there any mentor in your life at all?
Nobody that really pushed me like myself. I used to look in the mirror every morning. I was stubborn. I was stubborn. I would hear somebody, but then I would hear myself. So I never pinpointed one person that I listened to exactly as a mentor. I ain't going to lie about that. I kind of took it all in from all around. But most importantly, I just look at myself. I believe in myself. That's what keeps me strong every day. Believing in yourself. Self accomplishment, self pride will get you a long way.
So what if you can be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
How I treated you, everybody. If I mistreated anybody, I'm saying right now, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I want you to know I love you. I love the world. I love world peace. I love stress free. I love you all. If I ever mistreated anybody, I want you to be remembered for how I treated you.
Right. Okay. So, what's the future for Alston Automotive?
Austin
What
Automotive,
is the next
I want, I want a
level in this?
I want a franchise. I want to expand two, three, four shops. I really want to do what these other chains have done. That's why I changed the name from Austin Automotive to Austin Automotive Group because I want a
Right.
group of stores. So
Yes.
I'm training people towards that goal. I don't brag about it. I don't tell a lot of people about it, but that is what I want. That is what I want. I want this to continue on and on and on.
Okay. What advice would you give to someone who is starting a career, hoping to become an owner of a shop like you are? What is the main advice you would give to them?
To
Um,
believe in yourself is the main advice. Know your occupation. Know
mm,
what you're trying to do. There's nothing
mhm.
worse than trying to do something that you like, but you don't know all the details about what needs to be done. You have to know your job. You have to know your job, ins and outs, everything. So once you do that, then you can go into, okay, I got to buy a building or I got to find a place. But just know your job. That's the most important. Keep your credit right. Credit is very, very important.
Yes,
Very, very
yes. Give
important.
them that advice.
Yeah,
Yes. A lot of different things, even behind the scenes.
yeah,
Um, Even in the auto industry, it's just not about cars and
right,
fixing cars. There's a business ethics behind this.
right.
And if you're not, you can end up in a not good place, just
Yep,
even by fixing cars, having a lot of clients. So,
yes,
yes, that is so, so important. And I tell my clients that all the time. I understand that you have an art, you have a service, you have a product that you provide, and it's great. But there is this piece, the logistics, the operation behind
yes,
it. If it's not planned right, if it's not, on time and consistent in some things, you're not going to make it. You're just not going to make it in business. So that's a
right.
great advice that you would give to someone. So we're going to shout out to Daryl Mance. Daryl Mance, who is going to be our next interviewer. Daryl Mance, we shout out to you.
That's one of my
Um,
threes. That's one of my threes.
yeah.
That's my man.
And shout out to Sherma. That's my cousin in Trinidad. She's
Yes.
always supporting me. I love you, my cousin. I love you so much, girlfriend. Um, Nikki, of course, Nikki is on here, and I sometimes
I,
might have to separate you two
I gotta be
because
nice to you,
she is your
Nikki.
biggest follower. You guys go at it all the time on Facebook, but you love each other, and it's
She's a
supporters like
stalker.
you. Yes. So I'm going to read what Nikki says. She says, "There's one thing I can say about this old man. He will always have your back as long as you are right. If you're wrong, he'll tell you the nicest way ever. 13 years of friendship. He is family. God bless you, Lefty." Thank you, Nikki. Shout out to Nikki. Nikki's
Nikki.
husband, Ralph, worked for you until he
Yes,
retired.
yes.
Yeah. We love you,
Ralph was
Ralph.
Ralph was one of the best mechanics I have ever worked with. I'm still gonna try to get him back, but Ralph's the man. He taught me a lot. He,
Yes.
he taught me a lot.
Yes.
One thing about the
So,
industry: surround yourself with people who continue to teach you to learn.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So it's great to have people who follow you and support you, and even in family. You know, that's what it's all about, and not just the family within the circle, but the extended ones on the job and in the groups and with the underground and such. So, with that being said, I don't know if you want to give us any more information, anything that you would want to add to tell us about. I'll add to the just everyone would need to know about the underground this Saturday
Yeah,
um,
that's this
at
Saturday.
Austin Automotive.
Yeah, this Saturday it's gonna be right here at the shop at Austin Automotive. Also, I want to say to my daughters, Christina and Serenity, I love you guys. Without y'all supporting Dad all these years, you know I work hard for y'all. But I want you to know that my daughter used to work for me. She used to work for me. She wanted to make sure I was okay. And then my other daughter, she makes sure if I need anything, what you need, Dad? What you need, Dad? I gotta put the hands
Yeah.
out there. Christina and Serenity, the loves of my life.
Aw.
And they come to the
So
underground too. Y'all want to meet them? They'll be at the underground.
they sure
I can't
do. They
wait.
sure
I'm
do.
excited.
So for contact information, everyone knows that he has given you his email. You can also check him out on www.alstonautomotive.com on his website. Also, give us a little bit about this website. New drop coming this weekend.
Yeah, we got the website for Austin Automotive, which is www.austinautomotive.com. But we on
Mhm.
that website you can click onto Philly Underground and see
Right.
all the different events and programs we got coming up. So everything
Mhm.
is going to be all on the same website. And oh, my website was designed by BSF Designs, by the way. So if you need something done on your website, I got somebody for you. Check with me. Check with me.
So, Richard GQ,
Yo, yeah. That's
he's
my
shout
man,
out,
GQ. That's my
says he'll
man.
be there this
What's up,
Saturday.
G?
Shout out to GQ.
They do the best
So,
shows in Philadelphia. Best shows in Philadelphia. I support them 100%.
maybe
Yeah, they got
one
a show.
day
Hmm?
we can go live through our interview with the expert where we can show people a little bit about your car shows because
Hmm.
we never got to touch on that. But there, you do have these car shows that you where you display all these different hydros and hoppers and dumpers. So, that's something that maybe in the future we can definitely work on
Well,
televising more.
stay in contact with the website that we're going to post all upcoming events on there. It's going to be on and popping on that website. Just
Yeah,
stay in touch, leave a message, send an email, whatever, and we will post up flyers and different dates.
awesome, awesome.
Yeah. I
All
won't
right,
stop.
and
I can't stop. I won't stop.
that's right. Y'all see where I got it from. See, it's like so everyone tells me, Bev, when are you gonna, I can't stop. And I think that's why we work so awesome together. It's such a blessing having a fiance who is very like-minded, like myself, just about the business, about helping people, community, about God. And so this is an awesome thing. But as we end this interview today with Mr. Carlton Lefty Olson,
We got to stop.
um, I want to thank everyone for supporting Interview with the Expert. And if you want to get more information or just find out um, how to get on Interview on the Expert, you can always contact me. Our number 267-279-9348. Our website, it's www.bsfdesigns with a S LLC.com. And if you want to reach out to me via email, you can also reach out to me at bsfdesign@gmail.com. And please support us. And we are looking for support for this because as I interview these experts, I am also trying to reach out to people, give knowledge, educate people about what's going on in the community. We need these small businesses. So I'm asking you to support us, share, like, prayer. Just encourage us. Go on our website. There's online shopping where you can purchase a T-shirt, where it will go towards this segment, which is interview of the expert. Because when we do this, we do it without asking for any money. So we're asking that if you can support us in whichever way possible, it would be wonderful. And so see you for the next time on the next interview. Until then, goodbye.